what's going on, folks? Let me just get the bias out the way. This is another episode of Ryan Reviews Everything. And once again, just getting the bias out the way. This was one of my favorite episodes because my nephew actually appeared in this episode in a few scenes. For those who are unfamiliar who he is, he was the guy, I believe his name is Ricky on the show, but he actually was the one who stayed behind to learn firsthand how Franklin Saint cooks drugs or, cooks crack or whatever. He had the, tall, light-skinned kid with the Adidas top on. I thought that was very dope. My wife and I lost our minds when he first came on the scene. I thought that was extremely dope. And I hope he doesn't get embarrassed for me sharing this. I remember one time when, he was keeping it under wraps, keeping it a secret, but he was like, he has a role where he's finally not college student number one. Like, he actually has a few lines and things like that. So I thought that was dope to see him interact a little back and forth a little bit with Franklin Saint. So anyway, let's get into the episode. I thought overall was a great episode. We definitely see tensions are still running high. Teddy, of all people, definitely is paranoid, for all the right reasons. And if there's two people or two things that I want to happen, I really want Teddy to get what's coming to him, and that goes the same for the Baxter family from Your Honor. But I thought this was a dope episode. A lot went down in this episode. One thing that I thought was kind of dope was we definitely see that Veronique and her mom are back to their scamming ways, trying to scam that money back for Franklin Saint in this case. I still don't fully trust both of them, especially, I don't know, there was something kind of off when Franklin offered to go with the mom and daughter to somewhere to further, pursue getting his money back. I have a feeling that they're going to get that money and they're going to leave Franklin out to dry. That's just me. After 2 seasons or so, I don't know what the timeline is looking like on this show, but for Veronique to be pregnant, she still ain't showing. She looks as slim as ever. So it just seems like a scam of some capacity is just waiting Franklin Saint. And I think the mom and Veronique is going to do him dirty. I don't know the details. I don't know how. Something bad going to happen with that. So we got that going on. We definitely see that there's, this alliance between Kane's crew and Franklin. And I'll get into that a little later. The thing that I thought was the most frustrating for me on the show is definitely this Leon and Wanda storyline. It's like Wanda couldn't be any more right when she was like, there's nothing for me here. She goes to, Sissy talking about how she feels like she's going to backslide. They back in the projects, drugs everywhere. And that's another thing. It's like, you have enough money to go to Africa. Y'all came back to try to see if y'all can, make things better for people. And in addition, you had to come back to get the rest of your stash money anyway, or whatever the case is. Man, if Leon just don't take, his money and his woman and just go so damn way. You don't got to go back to Africa, but just leave. Like, I don't know. That part's frustrating. It's like you have the money to leave. You're trying to help people out. Nobody except the, I forget his name, but nobody except the human calculator really wants to listen. And so if anything, hey, take the human calculator with you, man, and try to see if you can make his life better. But on the upside for that storyline, I did like Leon finally stepping up to Dion. And it reminded me of Craig versus the Debo scene. Like, it just looked like David versus Goliath, whatever underdog fight story you want to take. And Lil Leon took out Big Dion. And once again, it just reminded me of a scene from Friday. Which, I'm sorry. Yeah, granted, when Wanda was a crackhead, she definitely was the neighborhood nympho or hoe or whatever they was trying to say. But like, dog, it's like she's clean now. You sitting here disrespecting Leon and his girl to their face. So Dion kind of got what was coming to him. But with that being said, Leon definitely need to leave now because it's not like you killed Dion. You know how those type of things end. All right, you whoop my ass. Now I got to come back with the chopper. So it's time for... It's going to be frustrating if I see Leon and Wanda just chilling out in the project somewhere next episode. I'm gonna be very frustrated seeing that. Pardon me. And I really did like how Franklin did take control when it came to Kane's cookhouses. He got him the cookhouse, got out all the lazy bums, actually, stir fry somebody's face. And then once again, you saw my good old nephew stay behind to become the disciple of Franklin when it comes to cooking that thing up. So I thought that was once again exciting to see. And with that, we definitely see like Kane and Franklin bump heads a little bit. Kane really didn't like how Franklin, introduced himself in that cookhouse or whatever. Although it does seem to be working, and there was just seems like just a little bumping heads right there. And that's another thing in this game, you clearly can't trust anybody. Kane is out there, behind Franklin's back, calling him a hoe, saying, "Hey, hoes make money." So we're gonna listen to what Franklin got to say. So, they did have to rely on each other towards the end after Louis and Jerome put out a hit on Kane's home. So that was wild as well. And that's still like the overall storyline. It's like, dog, the real enemy here is Teddy. Yet y'all the ones beefing back and forth. And when it comes to Teddy, you saw he finally gets to kind of like the spy, kind of like he got the drop on Ruben, being able to spy on him. I'm sure he followed Gustavo as well. So as I mentioned, all the reason for Teddy has 101 reasons to be paranoid, and so that's going to be interesting to see. There's some type of important like drop that's supposed to happen tomorrow, and I'm sure now that Teddy sees Ruben and Gustavo leaving the bar, there's going to be some type of last minute wrench thrown into that meeting tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what the next episode holds. Definitely got a lot to look forward to. Love it or hate it, folks. That's just my opinion. Peace.